What's up, you guys? I'm Sarah Slay and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on eyeshadow brushes. I know I used to struggle a lot with figuring out which eyeshadow brushes to use on my eyes, so I figured I'd make a video for you guys. But yeah, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. All you gotta do is click it, it's right there. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. So the first brush I'm going to talk about is a kind of like a tapered, flat synthetic brush. I use this brush to put on my base. I use a paint pot, like the MAC paint pot, and I just use this to place it on my eyes. I also tend to use these brushes for cleaning up my eyebrows sometimes. They're just really helpful. They're nice and flat, so they help to smooth out concealer and things like that really well. The next brush I want to talk about is this fluffy brush here. I got this one from e.l.f., I believe. And this is meant for concealer, but I like to use it to set my base for my eyeshadow, and I just use this for like an all over shade. This is meant for concealer though, and I have tried it for concealer and it works great. I just like having a big fluffy brush, so this is what I found. This is a great brush to have. I feel like sometimes I use it for my transition shade as well, so it's perfect. The next brush I want to talk about is another fluffy brush, but it's a little smaller. I like to use this for my transition shade. It helps with better precision than my fluffy brush. I use this right in the crease and then up a little higher, again for my transition shade. The next brush I want to talk about is this even smaller fluffy brush. This helps a lot with precision, so I like to use this for my crease. It's kind of hard. It's not as fluffy as my other brushes, so it really helps with precision and it doesn't get your shadow everywhere, especially when you want to focus this right in your crease. The next brush I want to talk about is this fluffy tapered brush. I really love this brush. There are so many different things you can do with it. The most that I use this for is blending out my eyeshadow. Really just go in circular motions or even windshield wiper motions, and it really blends out the eyeshadows. Also, I do use this for sometimes when I want to put things in my crease. I could also use this for helping with my transition shade. It has a lot of uses, so these tapered fluffy brushes are awesome. You can do so many things with them. The next brush I want to talk about is another tapered brush, but it's flat. It helps with packing on color. I guess it's called a shader brush. I use it to pack on colors on my outer corner, and if you pack enough, you can get so much pigmentation with this brush. That's why I love it. The next brush I want to talk about is this smudger brush. It's called a smudger brush, but really I use this for my shimmers. I feel like I get the best pigmentation with this. I think it's just because it's just short and really hard, I would say. It's not really fluffy, so you don't get your glitter everywhere. It just packs into the same spot in the right place, the place that you put it. So I use this for all my shimmers. I rarely use this to actually smudge, which is what it's for, but I use this for all of my shimmers and it's perfect. I love it. I have multiples of these. I love them. I feel like this brush is also really good for doing under your lower lash line, just because you can just pack in the color right under and keep it in the same spot since it is so hard, or I don't really know how to explain it, but it's hard. The next brush I want to talk about with you guys is this angled brush. I don't use this often, but when I do, it's usually for my upper lash line or above my upper lash line, and I use it to either do some winged liner if I want it to be smoky with black eyeshadow, or I just keep it at the outer corner of my upper lash line, and that helps with making my lashes look fuller and things like that. But really that's what I use this angled brush for. It's hard, it's not really fluffy either, so it really helps with precision, and it's not going to make your eyeshadow explode everywhere, so it's nice. And the last brush I want to talk to you guys about is this fluffy angled brush. I use this pretty much every day. I like to use it for my brow bone highlight, and I also use it for my inner corner highlight. Alright, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope it was helpful. I just want to let you guys know also that these brushes aren't always used for the same things. Like I mentioned, some of these brushes are meant for smudging, and I use it for packing on color. So really it's up to you. These are your brushes, your makeup, your face. Just play around with your brushes and see what you like, see what works best for you. That's really all that matters at the end of the day. But I hope mine was helpful, maybe gives you some inspiration as to what you would like to do with your eyeshadow brushes. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below so you can become part of my Slay family. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!